Welcome to my content acquisition podcast on hearing impairments. According to the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, a hearing impairment is defined as a permanent or fluctuating impairment that adversely affects a child's educational performance, but is not included under the definition of deafness. This would be a hearing loss below 90 decibels. Deafness is a hearing impairment that is so severe the child is impaired in processing linguistic information through hearing, with or without amplification. This would be a hearing loss above 90 decibels. So now we're going to discuss three types of physical hearing impairment. The first one is sensorineural, and this is caused by damage to the inner ear or the nerve from the ear to the brain. It can be caused by abnormalities to the ear or infections. It can make hearing words with a lot of background noise difficult. And the treatment depends on the severity, but it usually includes some kind of assistive device such as a hearing aid. Conductive hearing loss is when the ear has a problem transferring the sound waves through the ear. This type of hearing loss might be treated with surgery, but can also be corrected with the use of hearing aids or other assistive devices. The last one that I'm going to discuss here is mixed hearing loss, which is usually caused by a combination of damage to the outer or middle ear, as well as an auditory nerve. Now, this type of hearing impairment is different than the last three because those were physical. This is actually not caused by a physical ear issue, but it's actually a neurological issue. This is auditory processing disorder. It affects about 5% of school-age children. And there's currently no known cause, although there has been some linked evidence. This disorder affects the ability for someone to understand speech. Children suffering from hearing impairments might have issues with a variety of things, such as following verbal directions, expressing themselves orally, articulation of words, spelling, grammar, taking notes while listening to lectures. They may suffer from language delays, and they usually are not the leaders in a classroom setting. And lastly, assistive devices such as hearing aids or speech issues due to hearing impairments might cause students to have low self-esteem and fear, anxiety, embarrassment, which could lead to behavioral difficulties. Students who suffer from hearing impairments can be supported through UDL strategies such as closed captioning, note-taking, visual representation such as graphics or PowerPoints, interactive whiteboards. They can also benefit from preferred seating so that you can make eye contact and they are up close. It's important that we pause often when we're speaking to someone with a hearing impairment. We can give study guides, hard copies, for them to read so that they can follow along with the lecture. Additional vocabulary instruction and group activities. Also, keeping noise to a minimum for students with impairments like the auditory processing disorder will greatly improve their chances of retaining information and being supported. That is my presentation on hearing impairments, my CAP. Thank you for watching.